Hello everyone, how are you all doing? I hope you all are doing good. In today's video, we are going to continue another topics from chapter carbon compounds. So let us get started. Carbon, a versatile element. Now we have already seen that carbon atoms, like some other atoms, will share the valence electrons to form covalent compounds. And we also saw the structure of the simple carbon compound, that is methane, CH4. Now, carbon is different than other elements. The number of compounds formed from carbon is extremely large. So, in the beginning we saw that except for the objects which are formed from metals and glass or soil, all the other objects are made up of carbon. Correct? So whatever you see in the living organisms, all the compounds are formed from carbon. Millions of molecules, right from a simple methane molecule to a DNA molecule, everything is made up of carbon. And also you can see the different ranges of carbon compounds in sizes, right from smallest molecules to the compounds which range up to this molecular mass of 10 raised to the power 12. Now this means that carbon compounds can come together, carbon atoms can come together in a large number and form very big molecules. Now this property of carbon has got a very special name that we will see in the next video. What is the cause of this unique property? But why? Because of the peculiar nature of the covalent bonds which can be formed by carbons. Therefore, it can form a large number of compounds. Correct? Now, there are different characteristics of carbon. So, first, carbon has a unique ability to form strong covalent bonds with other carbon atoms. Now this will result in the formation of big molecules of carbon. And this property of carbon is called as catenation. Means carbon links are formed, and that is called as catenation. Okay. The carbon compounds contain open chains or closed chains. We will see what are these of carbon compounds. An open chain can be a straight chain or a branched chain, whereas a closed chain is a ring structure. Okay. Now the covalent bond between two carbon atoms is strong and therefore stable. And due to this stable and strong covalent bond, carbon is bestowed with catenation power. It can form chains of carbons. Followed? Second, two carbon atoms can be bonded together by 1, 2 or 3 covalent bonds. For example, there are 3 compounds, namely ethane, where carbon-carbon has only 1 bond, ethene, where carbon-carbon has 2 bonds, and ethyne, when carbon-carbon has 3 bonds. Followed? Now this property leads to the formation of larger number of compounds which can be formed by this particular element. Followed, students? Now being third property, being tetravalent means there are 4 valent electrons, okay, and therefore it can form 4 covalent bonds. One carbon atom can form bonds with 4 atoms, and that is also one reason that it can form many compounds. These compounds will possess different properties, right, depending upon the atoms to which carbon is bonded. Right? Also 5 different compounds are formed using one carbon atom and 2 monovalent elements, hydrogen. See here, CH4, CH3Cl, CH2Cl2, CHCl3, CCl4. So you can see that how many different types of compound can be formed, and all of them will have different properties. Followed? Similarly, carbon can also form covalent bonds with atoms like oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, halogens like chlorine, fluorine, bromine, iodine, like that, and phosphorus, to form different types of carbon compounds in large number. The fourth property is it has one more characteristic which is responsible for large number of carbon compounds, and this is called as isomerism. We will see what are isomers also. This is a very important property. Because of that, carbon can form different types of molecules. Now here few carbon compounds with their molecular masses are shown, showing that methane, the smallest carbon compound, with molecular mass 6, whereas DNA is having a molecular mass of 10 raised to the power 12, which is quite high, right? Now these hydrocarbon compounds means the compounds which are made up of hydrogen and carbons. They are saturated and unsaturated. As the term itself says or describes the name, saturated means there is no place for formation of bonds now, and unsaturated means new bonds can be formed. We will see in detail what are saturated and unsaturated. Okay. Now carbon compounds contain many elements. The element hydrogen is present to a smaller or larger extent in majority of the carbon compounds. So the compounds in which carbon and hydrogen are present as the two main elements, they are called as hydrocarbons. Followed, methane is one such example of hydrocarbon. Now you can see ethane. Methane has only one carbon, right? Here it is ethane. If you see, ethane will have two carbons. See here, two carbons, and to satisfy the valency, carbon's valency is 4. So 1, 2, then third bond here, and fourth hydrogen. 1, 2, and third bond and fourth hydrogen. Follow? So it will form C2H6. What it is forming? C2H6. So completing the molecular formula of ethane. Followed C2, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 2H down. Now we can see that valencies of atoms are satisfied by the single bonds which are formed by hydrogen. Now such compounds are called as saturated compounds. Which compounds? Compounds having only single bonds. For example, ethane, it is a saturated compound. Propane, it is a saturated compound. See, because here if you see, no more hydrogen can be added here. Okay, you can remove hydrogen but you cannot add hydrogen here, right? So now no new bond can be formed. That is why it is called as saturated compound. All the saturated hydrocarbons are called as alkanes. Now there are two more types of hydrocarbons that contain two carbon atoms, namely ethene and ethine. Again there are two carbons but the structure is different. Now let us see. See here, there also two carbons are there. It was C2H6 but this is C2H4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Why? Because carbon has formed two bonds here. So let's see. If you don't consider this carbon, see, carbon has formed 4 bonds, 2 with another carbon and 2 with hydrogen. Followed? If you see this, consider this carbon again, it has formed 2 bonds with carbon and 2 bonds with hydrogen. Followed? So this gives another structure altogether. This is unsaturated compound and it is called as alkene. ENE stands for double bond. Okay. Now the carbon compounds having double bond or triple bond, they are called as unsaturated compounds. Ethene and ethine are unsaturated hydrocarbons. Followed, and they are also called as alkenes. Which will be called as alkene? Ethene. and this will be called as alkyne because it has triple bond. This will be C2H2. Okay, and these unsaturated compounds are more reactive than the saturated compounds, because in saturated compounds I told you no new bonds can be formed, but here there are places for new bonds to be formed, so that is why they are more reactive. Followed? Now straight chains, branched chains and rings of carbon atoms. Let's see here. See, there are two isomeric compounds with molecular formula C4H10. Okay. Now first we see what can be the chains which can be formed with 4 carbons. One is a straight chain, this. Another one is a branched chain. See this one. 3 carbons are straight and this, the second one, correct? And one is this straight chain of carbon. This is straight only, okay? The bonds are formed at particular angle. That is why these lines are shown slanting. Otherwise, it is a straight chain. So, two structural formula for C4H10. This is C4H10. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Molecular formula is same. Here also you see 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10 hydrogen. So molecular formula is same but structures are different. These are isomeric compounds. What they are called as? Isomeric compounds, because their structures are different but molecular formula are same. Okay. So these are two different chains, possible chains which can be formed. Followed? Now the phenomenon in which the compounds having different structural formulae have the same molecular formula, like seen in the previous slide, it is called as structural isomerism. What it is called as? Structural isomerism. Followed? Now here what you see is a straight chain and this is a branched chain. So these two are structural isomers. Now apart from the straight chains and the branch chain, there are closed chains wherein carbon will form a ring-like structure. For example, C6H12. This is a ring of carbon which is called as cyclohexane because it is cyclic and hexane means 6 carbons, right? So here you can see this is a cyclohexene. See each carbon, this carbon where I have pointed, you should see it has formed 4 bonds, correct? Then this carbon also has formed 4 bonds. Then this also has formed 4 bonds. Then this, all the carbons have formed 4 bonds. Followed? So this is cyclohexane, C6H12. Okay, and its structural formula contains a ring of 6 carbon atoms. Now, all the types of carbon, whether it is a straight chain, branched chain or a cyclic, it can be both. It can be saturated also, it can be unsaturated also. For example, if you see propane, this is a straight chain, correct? If you see propene, it is also a straight chain. Propyne is also a straight chain. But propene and propyne are unsaturated, propane is saturated. Same is here, isobutane. Butane means 4 carbon, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Here also you see 1, 2, 3 and 4 carbon. But because of the double bond, it is an unsaturated hydrocarbon. Same here, cyclohexane is saturated hydrocarbon, whereas cyclohexene, if you see, because it has double bond between these 2 carbons, it is unsaturated. Followed? Cyclopentane, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbons. So there are various examples of hydrocarbons given in this table. Please go through it, draw it so that you know it properly. Okay, students? Now, it is learned from the structural formula of benzene that it is a cyclic unsaturated hydrocarbon. There are 3 alternate double bonds in the 6-membered ring structure of benzene. Now the compounds having this characteristic unit in their structure are called as aromatic compounds. See here, can you see benzene? Alternate single double bond, one double bond, one single, one double, again one, here, sorry, again here you can see single double, right? This structure properly. Such compounds are called as aromatic compounds. Followed. Now do you know that the reserves of crude oil which are formed in the course of millions of years from the dead organisms, they are this crude oil and natural gas. Now we have recovered them from the oil wells, and they are mainly carbon compounds or hydrocarbons. Followed. It will mainly contain hydrocarbons like methane. Correct. So all these are hydrocarbon compounds. Even in oils there are useful components such as CNG, LPG, petrol, rockel, diesel. They are all obtained by separation of crude oil using fractional distillation. Okay. Thank you so much students for watching the video.